Guys, I'm Round 1 Fight, and this is my reaction to Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat, Looney Tunes versus Tom and Jerry, Death Battle. I am very excited about this one. I've grown up with Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry both, Tom particularly, and I was pretty heavily rooting for this to win the Champions poll, or whatever it was called a while back. Tournament of Champions, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty heavily rooting for it. I thought it deserved a spot way more than Chris versus Asura. Though it's ironic that this won, and yet Kratos versus Asura came before it, but semantics, really. Leading up to it, the analysis segments have seemed pretty good. The animation looks really good, and there's still a lot they haven't shown. Louise is doing another one like Scooby vs. Courage, which was probably a reason why this won originally. Yeah, it's been really cool. I've managed to avoid spoilers from the whole Comic Palooza thing yesterday where they showed it, but then again, they have been pretty adamant in the official Death Battle Discord server about that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty much all of my initial thoughts. I'm curious if it'll be just another Kickstarter matchup or an unrevealed one, but can't really complain much either way. I'm really hoping Tom wins, but let's see where it goes. And looks like we're about to start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, that's the Tom and Jerry theme.
Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the
Oh!
Looney Tunes.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted
Oh!
for him to deliver.
He's
They
with
brought back
Black
the descriptions.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
More than
armor,
just the
and skills to
names.
find out who
Like,
would win a
Joker
death
versus
battle.
Giorno, they actually use the descriptions. I love that change.
In tales told over a shimmering campfire by the tribespeople of North America.
Yeah, I
there was
love
no
that
figure
already.
So cunning, so bold.
The descriptions
as
just add something
Coyote.
awesome.
To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to
I always like
humanity.
these mythological
He was a
turns on
foolish
fights,
trickster who
like,
could die in
you know,
return
this.
life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
Yeah.
To this day,
Oh,
the great
all the
coyote
species, that's
stalks the
hilarious.
American Southwest,
Coyote-ist with
hunting
biggest
his
gunness.
indefatigable prey, the
Oh,
roadrunner.
so more.
And this modern Wile E. Coyote
207 or
is
so he
driven by a
says.
ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Inspired by Mark
And he
Twain of
drove him straight off a
P489.
cliff. He'll
Class
chase
cartoons,
that
cool.
bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Joe,
Yeah.
but Wiley was born the son of world-famous hunter
I didn't
Cage
know it, but
Coyote. His father raised
him being
him from
forbidden to
infancy
speak
hound
is-
his avian adversary,
wow.
and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face,
Occasionally
it's
speaks, most
easy
commonly in
task.
his crossovers
Coyotes
with
are
bugs, but is
incredibly
largely
adaptable
silent by
predators,
KG's
capable of
instruction.
hunting in both rural
Okay.
and urban environments.
They're
I'm gonna
also
fix
speedy little
this.
demons. They can sprint at up to
Little-
43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard
That's
can make beams
hilarious,
of
by
light
the
look
way.
stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly,
Yeah,
it's
Bugs also has
incredible
immeasurable
Wiley
feats, I think,
manages to
like burrowing through
consistently
time and
keep up
whatnot.
with his prey at all, but he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that
Yeah.
only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the coyote and the roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny
Well, oh yeah,
himself needed to
what's
take
mainly
super
filled
speed
the Grand
supplements in
Canyon with a
order to
normal
move
shovel
fast
within
enough to
seconds of
outrun
feet over
Wiley.
57,000 times faster than light. Man.
Wiley's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints.
The music
to make
reminds
the
me of
He's got your
SpongeBob's.
classics
Oh,
like
conventional, blah blah
dynamite,
blah,
anvils, and
tools, special
spring-loaded boxing
equipment.
gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking
Looney DNA
missiles, a
dissolver.
10 billion
That's probably
volt
the main thing.
electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet.
Consumables,
many of which
vehicles,
he
apparel,
invented himself and
miscellaneous.
uses in
Green Lantern ring.
excruciatingly detailed schemes
I mean, where'd he get an
that
Iron Man
inevitably
suit?
go awry. Despite being a self-described
Huh.
super genius, Wiley has an officially measured
I assume they're gonna
IQ
give a
of 3.
corner box on
the
this,
same
or they're
IQ
just gonna
as a
say he's
cactus.
incompetent, I guess.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that
I
you
wonder
can
how
imagine,
many
and
fictional
Wiley is
corporations or
their
whatever
most
have been
devoted
titled Acme
customer,
over the years.
contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited wealth, Pops.
I wonder what he
don't
does in
worry,
his
I'm
spare time
spending
to
it
get all
all
that
in
money.
one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clone-O-Matic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote,
Yeah.
which can pause,
This was
fast
hyped up
forward,
a bit
and
in
rewind
his,
person through time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile
doc a while
uses
ago.
is intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively
Man,
Roadrunners.
he's
My
got
man cannot
so
catch a
much to
break,
get over.
but he sure can take some punishment.
No matter the severity of his failures, Wile is still a toon and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been
Yeah.
sliced,
Regeneration,
stabbed, squashed,
shapeshifting, blah, blah,
exploded,
blah,
melted,
transmutation,
blasted into a constellation, and
erasure,
overall verbed
bunch
for
of
the
good
last
stuff.
87 years straight.
Also, Toon
without
Force
ever
being
actually
brought back, I
dying.
guess.
He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall.
I wonder
tons
if
of
they're
times
gonna,
and even left the comic
leave the
page
animation.
entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Yeah,
Since
so
they both
close.
mentioned they could
Believe it or
escape into the
not,
real
there is
world.
actually a biological
Yup,
reason
here's
for
where the
these
preview about
abilities.
ended.
Looney DNA. Every toon's got it, not just the Looney ones. And it's what
In addition to
lets them
Daffy's survival
survive
of total
fatal
erasure,
damage
other
up to
toons have
being
regeneration,
fully
soul
erased
destruction,
off
and
the
Bugs'
page,
return from
essentially
informational
dictating their
destruction in
personal
Space
slice of
Jam.
reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile developed a counter to this immortality, the Looney DNA Dissolver, which leaves toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job
yeah.
at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming tiny toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus,
Believe it.
Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means
Oh, cool.
Wile should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to suck up the entire
Universal feats are
universe.
common
And
even
suck
for
up
weak
the
toons.
animator animating his universe.
And
And
1.9
then suck up
trillion times
the
light speed.
animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the
Match
Monstars
Roadrunners at
in
measurable speed.
basketball, and even, oh snap, caught the Roadrunner!
Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind, so damn close!
Yeah.
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication,
Man.
or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest
Bird
for the
lust.
trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
Yeesh.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry.
That's cool.
Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession.
While other
faulty
Toon
products,
creatives
and the
have
fact
asserted
that
they
no
were unaware of
outside
these rules,
force,
Jones
not even
himself
the Roadrunner,
outlined
is
them
to
clearly
blame
in his
for
autobiography.
defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
Good stuff.
The year was
Curious where it'll end up going, but who knows? I like the Chuck Jones parallel where they mentioned Tom and Jerry, etc. Curious if they might wind up saying the failures were only for
Wow, is that
Roadrunner
actually where their
or
names
something, I
come
don't know.
from? I'm looking this up.
Anyway, I just hope Tom wins.
Origin,
11 voice actors, inspired a certain rubber pirate. There are satellites named after him, has a lookalike cousin who is scared of mice, filled in for Alice in Wonderland, Sherlock Holmes, Wizard of Oz, and more.
Brutal bone shaking. I felt that in my balls.
Yeah, some of that stuff makes you feel things. Tom has been under various households known as such. These owners can be used to identify the era of their cartoons.
If you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand
Oh yeah, I like the
harsh
Garfield
conditions.
movie thing
And
there.
for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Apparently,
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of
what's
weapons in his
one of the members on the TV team handed all this stuff, meme things. They handed him like a folder of memes to use in the episode.
Guns, lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier things like
Magic,
a magic
blah
wand,
blah
a
blah.
RoboCat, vanishing
Any disguise he
and a smart
wants.
cap that gives
I
him
wonder if they're
all
going to
the
mention
knowledge
Tom and
in the
Jerry
world.
Chase in
I'm
here.
partial to the
I hope
sword
they
of
do, because
light
that
and
stuff's
dark,
so cool.
which severs you from your own shadow.
Tom
Or
being
the wand
Erlong
rope,
Shen is
which moves your
just
victim
nuts.
backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat
Jerry being
car and
Wukong is
cat
also
jet,
funny.
Spelled with K's, of course, but just the cat part.
Tom's
The
arsenal is
vehicles
heavily
slice through
improvisation,
Australia and
which
destroy the Great
fits
Wall of
his
China.
quick-thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses
That's
his
probably worse
battle
than
to
anything
Jerry,
Wile's
it's
done,
not
to be
usually
honest.
because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times.
I'm assuming they might have the
He has
anti-Looney
nine
gun
lives,
being
as
capable of
established
making
in the
him
episode
quote-unquote
Heavenly Puss.
die, and then he can just return with his souls. Though I don't know. I hope so.
Conducting some different kind of research
That's probably
when
one of the
he
best jokes
stumbled
they've
on
made
that
in a recent
episode.
while.
Very
Just for
funny.
Boomstick's
Even
laugh.
if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores
Pretty
them.
handy.
Or he can physically go get them
That was
back
so
from
funny when I heard
hell,
it.
Where all cats go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but there isn't much of a limit
bunch
to
of
what
this
Tom
stuff.
can do.
Dimensional
He can
travel,
clone
9 lives,
himself,
reality
levitate in
warping,
the air,
etc.
make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter
That's a really
the
good example
real
of
world.
fourth wall
Yeah,
breaking
if
that
you
I've
only
seen.
watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspiration.
Oh,
for
they
their
kept
name.
that in the episode. Sorry, I just had to catch up for a sec.
Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Toy Whiz.
Dang it.
They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting
Yeah.
asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He taked an explosion that launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now.
immeasurable
What
speed in
may
the corner.
surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl,
Yeah,
Robin
that was a good
Starling,
movie,
find her way home.
I think.
Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry
Yeah.
Chase. Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable
Yeah,
Wile
this is so
at the
funny.
top of Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors used the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the?
While it may sound completely insane, it
Multiverse
is.
contains
Chase is a
infinite
Chinese
cosmos,
mobile
however,
gotcha game
at least
whose lore is not
encompasses
entirely in keeping with the spirit
yeah, a
of the
few
source
universes.
material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which means we have to include it in our research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly...
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
Cool.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after Booze.
Yeah.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Curious where they'll go, but I hope Tom will win. Now that there's this, I'm curious where they'll go since they didn't really elaborate on potential weaknesses, but Wile seemed to have superior regeneration in the long run, but I think it's possible that Tom could just reverse the gun against him, because I don't think the gun can kill him for good given his lives and such. And they mentioned that Tom is less prone to failure than Wile, so I don't know. I hope he'll win. They mentioned both were immeasurable and I think universal and a few other things, but besides that, so stats should be even. Had a lot of the same powers and weapons. I'm a bit scared, but I really hope Tom wins. Okay. Right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! Okay, Tom, you got this. Come on, man. Oh, it is on a truck. Someone suggested that in a bit. Oh, Moose asshole. Oh, man. Felis Catus Perpetuus Victimus. Oh. Yeah, it's a classic Tom and Jerry gag. And that's a classic Jerry laugh. Meepus Meepus. Greater Roadrunner. Canis Schmuckus. I love those Latin name gags. Yeah, Tom has several, like, evil laughs. Fight. Champion is choicest. Oh, Jerry hopped on the road. Foolish Wilbur, you cost me no idea. Oh, they put the scream in. That's great. Huh. Oh, Among Us the Fall Guys? Oh, war? Man.
Come on, you apes! You wanna live forever!
Oh, there's where it comes from. Invisibility, I guess? Oh, that's where the thing came in from. The sketch. Huh. Oh, Acme. There's a plane, the crate drop. Oh. Huh. Acme High Speed Tonic. Huh. Yeesh. Huh. Ah, that's funny. Oh, the road gag. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeesh. Oh, of course, they're escaping everything. Oh no. Oh no, come on Tom, please, please stop it, please. Oh, are they both finally about to die? Tom, did you do it? Oh no. Tom, please.
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Oh, man. Oh.
Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Oh, well, let's see
Considering
this.
coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing
So-
Wile to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only
Yeah,
destroy
millions of
their own
timelines, I
universe,
guess.
but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wile could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile gets the edge in stats.
Do not agree with
Wiley's
that, but whatever.
arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something
Dude,
more
I
fundamental.
don't agree
to
with
their
that
essence.
being
And
equatable,
since
but whatever.
the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wile yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for, Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA Dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And
Stealing his
especially
soul,
when it's
freezing him
the
in
only
time,
thing
all
that
things in
either
contrast,
one had
Tom
that
only
could
can
kill the
condition.
other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile, whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and Looney arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave one hell of a chase and left Tom
oh well.
Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Who's
Next
next?
time on Death Battle.
Huh? Oh! That's cool.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Now then, I believe it is time for Miles' funeral, which is about time considering, well, I really do not like him, and Deku deserves his rematch. Or, well, I guess he deserves a better episode than what we got. So, episode was good. I do not agree with the outcome and the things they mentioned. So, pretty sad about that. The episode was good. I'll probably have to rewatch it a bit. Pretty excited for Deku to kill Miles. What else to talk about? I think that was pretty good. I'm mostly just sad about the ending. I don't really agree, but it's whatever. Good job, Wiley, I suppose. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you for Miles' funeral in his episode. God bless, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.